In the middle of the Lok Sabha election battle, the Karnataka sex scandal controversy has rocked politics in the state as well as nationally. The controversy has erupted after videotapes allegedly involving JDS Member of Parliament and Deve Gowda, former Prime Minister's grandson, Prajwal Revanna, started doing the rounds in Hassan over the last few days. Prajwal is the sole sitting JDS MP in the Lok Sabha, who represents the Hassan constituency. Contesting once again from the seat, Hassan went to polls on the 26th of April. State police have now filed an FIR, also naming Prajwal's father, S Revanna, in the case. The Sriram government has also formed an SIT to probe these allegations. But the JDS MP recently flew to Germany just as the allegations mounted. This controversy has given Congress and its India allies fresh ammunition to target BJP, which is in alliance with the JDS in the state of Karnataka. Congress has hit the streets, staging protests against the BJP and the JDS, accusing the BJP government and the centre of helping the Hassan MP escape from the country.
Congress party workers led by Congress leader Alka Lamba have come down to the Congress office now to stage a protest against Hassan's Lok Sabha candidate from the NDA alliance, Prajwal Revanna. Remember, for the past 3 days now, there have been tapes of Prajwal Revanna that have been going viral, that haven't gone down well for the NDA alliance. Questions are being raised about, despite the BJP's senior leadership knowing about these tapes, how was it that he was allowed to contest? Of course, we're seeing the opposition now upping the ante over here in the state of Karnataka. The government has formed an SIT right now to probe this matter, but the fact, of course, remains right now about how things are going to go forward. We'll try and get a word here from Alka Lamba. Ma'am, if I can ask you, ma'am, very quickly, if I can ask you right now as to how you're viewing the SIT that's been formed. Ma'am, the SIT has been formed over here. The SIT has been formed right now. The Karnataka government says they're going to probe the matter seriously. How are you viewing this?
सर, हमें पूरी उम्मीद है एसआईटी का गठन के बाद सरकार इसे हल्के में नहीं लेगी, लेकिन समस्या ये है कि अपराधी जो है प्रज्वल, जो सांसद है, बीजेपी जीडीएस का हासन से कैंडिडेट है, वो देश छोड़कर भाग गया है। उसे देश छोड़कर भागने में भाजपा की सरकार ने मदद की है। हम भाजपा की सरकार को कहना चाहते हैं, विदेश मंत्री को जर्मनी की सरकार से तुरंत बात करें और उन्हें वहां से जर्मनी से डिपोर्ट करके कर्नाटका की सरकार को सौंपें।
Pressure has been mounting on the JDS leadership to suspend Prajwal Revanna following the surfacing of allegations against him. JDS MLA Sharan Gowda wrote to party supremo and former Prime Minister Deve Gowda demanding Prajwal's expulsion from the party, saying the videos which are circulating have brought embarrassment to both the former Prime Minister and the party. The JDS, of course, is now busy firefighting this controversy. Former CM H.D. Kumaraswamy's denounced attempts by the Congress leaders to drag his family's name amidst the row, saying that guilty should be punished, but his or his family's name should not be dragged in. JDS leader and Prajwal's father, H.D. Revanna, who has also been named as an accused in the case, says he's not the kind of person who would run away and has asserted that law should be allowed to take its course. Listen in.
ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಹಾನುಭಾವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿರೋರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ದೇವೇಗೌಡ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹೆಸರು ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಿದ್ರಿ? ತಪ್ಪೇನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನು ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಜ SIT ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. SIT ರಚನೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಇಂಥ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಮುಜುಗರ ನನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಜುಗರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ನಾನು ಇದರ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಮತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಜಾವಾಣಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ ನಾನು.
And Congress party has also written a letter and has cited this letter written by BJP leader Deve Gowda way back in December last year, addressed to State President B.Y. Vijayendra. In that letter, the BJP leader has warned the state leadership about allegations against JDS MP Prajwal Revanna before his name was even announced as the NDA candidate for the Hassan Lok Sabha seat. He wrote that if BJP aligns with the JDS and if a JDS candidate is nominated for the Hassan Lok Sabha seat, these videos can be used by rivals as a brahmastra against the Saffron Party. Now, when the full-blown political war has erupted over the sexual assault allegations against the JDS MP, the Karnataka BJP chief says, let the truth come out first.
ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ SIT ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಹೊರ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ.
All right, let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is S Sriram, political analyst. Sanket Yenagi is an advocate. Joining us with us also is Brinda Adige, activist, as well as Shyam Prasad Meka, who of course is a leader of the Congress party. Let me start first and foremost with you, Mr. Sriram. At the end of the day, if there were charges that were there in the public domain, perhaps there was no formal complaint, but the fact that a BJP leader had written to a state leadership, somewhere or the other the Congress says shows that the BJP was dragging its feet in terms of taking a decisive step when it comes to Prajwal Revanna, despite the kind of allegations that he was facing at that time. Perhaps this embarrassment in the middle of elections could have been avoided, they say.
No, not at all. I mean, honestly, yes, no one can escape law, and everyone has to face, the probe. And here is a person who was the party never supports Mr. Revanna, and he has to face the law. But let this feeling for women, for Congress, did not come for the young girl who was murdered recently, and no one bothered to talk for the girl who happened to be their own party member's daughter. Or nor in Sandesh Kali, when so many women were brutally raped and murdered. Now Congress also opened their mouth. Mr. Karge said
we'll just fix that audio. There's some problem with the audio line, Mr. Sriram. I apologize for that. We'll just try and rectify that. But Shyam Prasad Meka, would you like to respond to what Mr. Sriram is saying? He's saying that where is this, a commitment towards the cause of women when it comes to Neha Hiramat and other issues such as Sandesh Kali? Please respond.
See, it's very painful to hear this whataboutery. See, and also, even in your intro, Madhav, unknowingly, this is what we do, right? You're saying about embarrassment during the elections. This is not about embarrassment to any party or about the elections. This is a much graver issue than that. Let's respond as human beings. Let's respond as the citizens of this country. As simple as that. It's not about BJP, Congress, JDS. It's not about embarrassment to some leader. What is the issue we are talking about? And how dare this guy jumps the ship and flies off to another country, and he makes a mockery of all our governments, both state, central, and every government. And we are sitting here talking about political fallout of it. Who gets benefited? Who is getting embarrassed? Where are we taking this country to? Please.
Sanket Yenagi, should the central government and the state government as well account for how he managed to get away, despite the fact that there were videos circulating on social media, there were charges that were there in the public domain as well. And in fact, Mr. Meka, I'd just like to mention that it's not me, but the BJP leader who in his letter says to his state leadership that don't give him a ticket, it can become an issue in the election. But Sanket Yenagi, respond to that.
Instead of just simply reporting what each party is saying, you need to take a stand. What is your stand on this?
Thank you very much, Mr. Meka. My job is to conduct a debate, not to take a stand. I'm putting the facts before our viewers. That is my job. Please don't teach me what to do. But I want Sanket Yenagi to respond to you.
First of all, it is in the public domain as to how the person has behaved with a woman and woman's dignity. Whether he misused his official position or abused the woman, these are very serious offenses, in fact. When this is already in public domain and the SIT is already investigating the matter, and the airports in India and the Passport Authority of India are within the control of the central government. They're conscious of what is happening because more so it is an alliance with the BJP government. And when these, see, it is one thing to say that investigation has to take place, truth has to come out. Until then, no one can be proved guilty under the criminal jurisprudence. That's a different aspect of law altogether. But keeping aside everything, now looking at the scenario or the grievance or the seriousness of the offense which has been committed, the central government should have been more cautious, more responsible, and more stringent in allowing someone. It should have issued proper the directions or orders to the to the concerned authorities who have allowed him to travel.
But you're an advocate, Mr. Yanagi. What if there is no FIR that has been lodged? On what basis does the center do that?
So irrespective of that, where there are serious allegations, the government should have intervened, investigated.
Okay.
So it should have stopped. Let him
Brinda Adige, is this a reasonable sort of charge that is being made against the BJP, that the central government allowed him to get away despite these charges?
I think so. Because while others might argue that there is no FIR filed, there is no case filed, there is no charge sheet, what we want to ask you is, if there is an allegation, isn't it the responsibility of a responsible political party to work ethically, morally, to address that issue? So there are videos that have come out. You might have a political party committee also that would want to look into it. But I want to ask this question: where in India can any woman go and file a case when there is somebody as powerful as Prajwal Revanna and the entire family over there? The previous chief minister, our previous prime minister, he comes from that family. Can you imagine the power? That man preyed on the vulnerabilities of women. Which woman will go to which police station and register an FIR?
Mr. Sriram, I want Mr. Sriram to respond to that. A, of course, very difficult for when it's a politically powerful person to even register the case. And B, the larger question is why all of this was ignored when he was given a ticket.
See, for a minute, I'm not advocating, or I'm not supporting the gentleman. He must be, he must be brought to laws. He must be thoroughly investigated, and the law will take its course. But the fact of the matter is, now, like, let's say the same scenario happens to some other political party. As long as there is no FIR, and you will say he is being tortured, he is being held, you are showing political vendetta, things can keep changing. There is no doubt that this man cannot escape law. Now, the Congress gentleman with so much of anger, where did the anger go on Sandesh Kali? Did he ever open up his mouth and said, what's happening in West Bengal is wrong and this should not happen? And Mr. Karge, sorry to say, he is the president of the party, but I'm ashamed to say the words he used, saying that these things keep happening in West Bengal. And that is the kind of importance Mr. Karge and National Congress President Party gives.
Okay.
And today this gentleman comes and gives a lecture on Revanna.
Okay.
Revanna is wrong. No doubt about it.
Okay. Completely out of time. Mr. Sriram, completely out of time. Sanket Yanagi, Brinda Adige, Shyamprasad Meka. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Certainly, of course, we haven't heard the last word yet on this. Second half of Karnataka, the second half of the seats, the 14 seats that go to polls next Monday. And certainly, of course, this becoming a center stage issue in Karnataka, of course, threatens to cast a shadow over what the political outcome will be in the state as well. For the moment, we'll have to slip into a very quick break. Thanks so much for joining us.